We're down at the Wisconsin Musky Expo. I'm talking to a friend of mine, Roger from
H2O Tackle,
and
yep.
you've got a lot of fish on your lures, and I've
Oh,
used
yes.
this stuff, and you're always coming up with something new and interesting.
Always trying to do something different.
Yeah, we got a couple of new things this year.
Yes.
What did you do new this year?
Well, new, I've got this one here, a cranky nitro half-tail, I call it. It's a crankbait with a large rubber tail, not one of the small wimpy ones that a lot of people are putting on crankbaits. So it's a big one.
Big one.
Big one. And that runs down about 6 foot depth. It's got a weight insert on it where you can add a little weight if you want it to run a little bit deeper.
You always put weight inserts, it seems like, on everything.
I like to use weight inserts to allow people to do what they want to do.
To dial everything in.
To dial it into what you want, and if you don't do it right, you can take it back off and start over again.
You bet.
Just like rebooting a computer.
And we're getting more and more people now that we control on a lot of lakes, and we're limited on lines, and this year it looks like we're going to go to 3 lines maximum per boat on some lakes like the Chippewa Flowish, but we're still going to have trolling, and I know some of the lures that you're coming up with now are actually real good trolling baits too.
Oh yes, the crankbait that I came out with last year and then I added the rubber tail to it this year, and I also have a diving version of the same baits that'll go down about 12 foot on a troll.
Yeah.
Casting, you're going to be maybe about 10 feet, and a lot of hang time on the rubber-tailed ones. They'll just very slowly rise. So if you want to tease the fish, there you can.
Guys think that, when troll, we got to get deep, deep, deep. Well, most of the time you want your lures running in the top 10 or 12 foot of water, don't you?
Up in Wisconsin, it seems to be a common area, yes.
And there's times when they go deeper, but I mean, overall, summer months and stuff, they'll come up after it. They won't go down after it.
Correct. But then you can do short line trolling, which seems to was a good one for last year. For a few people, short line trolling my lipless crankbait that we came out with 2 years ago. The Barbarian.
Yeah, and that one, that's this bait right here.
Yep, that's this one right here.
Yeah.
And it was phenomenal. There was a lot of 50 inches caught with it this last year. Short line trolling it with it.
I know that thing really rattles. I'll tell you, you could just hear that thing rattle. It's a cool bait. I've caught fish on it. I'm going to start trolling it though. I never thought about trying to troll it.
But yeah, it trolls well. And then this year I added a rubber-tailed version of that same Barbarian that you can. It's a little bit more if you want to tease the fish. You can troll this one also, but it's a little bit slower sink rate than the regular Barbarian, so you can control the depth a little bit better when casting. And it's got that rubber tail that just kind of slowly wiggles around and hopefully drives the fish nuts.
Something about those rubber tails just make a difference.
It does. It's popular with a lot of lures now, and I've just tried to go a little bit one different and put them on things that people don't normally put them on.
Okay, Roger, I want to thank you, and I hope you have a good show here.
Thanks, John. Nice talking to you.